Hi, welcome. This is going to be a general reading for tomorrow, Monday, the 24th. Always use your own logic, discernment, intuition, and logic when making decisions, and try to keep a broad, open mind for how these energies and messages might apply to you. Keep in mind timing is different for everyone, so this may apply to you now or may clarify the past or give you a glimpse into the future, but past, passing, coming to be, and for the highest and greatest good of all. I'm going to try to make this a little shorter and just see what the energies are for tomorrow, and yeah. So, for the highest and greatest good of all people, general energies for Monday daily. Jupiter and Leo, 6 of Wands. So, this is some kind of parade, celebration, victory, small victory. It could be, like the science marches and things like that. It's an expression of who you are and really just expanding that. Trying to what's the word? Like, just really express, the things that you enjoy. Temperance is on the bottom, so that's Sagittarius, 14. And this is about blending opposites and finding some sort of balance, middle ground between those two things. It is sometimes considered meditation, the space between breaths, the space between things, but it's about, having a higher state of mind, enlightened thinking, also, so using both of those things together, your expression, your creativity, and your mind, finding a balance, both fire signs and Jupiter. Lots of abundance, lots of expansion, a lot of maybe learning and taking in new information, seeing the bigger picture, thinking about the bigger picture. I thought this just said LVMH because it says I don't know if you can see it like right there. It's really small. I don't know what it says. It says something, it's not LVMH. But this also makes me think of, angelic wings, and here there's some sort of, lightning bolt, it looks like, exchange between those two containers, usually representing oil, and but it just kind of talks about the continuation of things also, keeping the flow, keeping the movement going, finding that balance, what's the word? Maybe you're Sagittarius or Leo, or you just have an abundance of planetary energies in those signs. These signs came up for another reading. I feel like 2 days ago, maybe, or I don't know. But we also see the sun here on the snake. Together, these make Libra. So again, it's about balance and finding that middle ground. What's fair? What's just? What's right? Keeping a balance. Maybe between you and another person, or whatever it is you're working on. This can also refer to art and creativity. Anything having to do with Sagittarius, Jupiter, Jupiterian energy. So, temperance. Let's see. What else? Virgo, Hermit, and the High Priestess, blank card on the bottom. So it's kind of like, I feel like fate's open window. Doors open, but it's, it's unknowable completely, The Hermit is Virgo. You see that? glare. Sorry. Mercury, and again, this is an earth sign, so it's a mutable earth sign, kind of like Sagittarius. It's about going inward, or just, following your own sort of intuition, guidance, walking through the dark, going on a trip maybe, but kind of doubt that. 9, maybe that's important to you. Or just Mercury, talking more groundedly, talking about, your daily, regular activities, searching for truth in your daily, regular activities. Getting to the heart of something, getting to the essence of something, maybe, whatever it is that you're working on, especially having to do with art, maybe, or creativity, expression, maybe theatrics having to do with Leo, if maybe you're an actor or something, really distilling down something to follow your own guidance, knowing what the right next move is, next step is, because you've sort of gone within, maybe this weekend. High Priestess is, let's find 3 major arcanas here, Temperance, the High Priestess, and Hermit. So this is about, this makes me feel like it's some sort of other world. Okay, if you've never seen, I don't know why I just thought of this, but it's on Hulu. The Shelley Duvall's Fairy Tale Theater. It's a show I used to watch growing up. It had a lot of like big actors at the time, like playing these. It was kind of like SNL in a way. People would come in and guest star for these fairy tales that they would act out, and it was very weird. Very. There was one, The 12 Dancing Princesses, I remember. It was like my favorite one. and they would go in this big room, and it would open up this doorway behind all of their beds. And they would go into this other world, and they'd take these gondolas to this little island. And even though this doesn't look like an island, but kind of reminds me of it for some reason. And go dancing all, you know the story, but just the imagery reminds me of that. Maybe check those out. They're really kind of funny to watch now, because they have you miss a lot of things when you're younger. Anyways, this is about the moon and Cancer, Taurus, and knowing a little bit, seeing behind the curtain. Welcome. And just sort of, seeing a little bit into the future, keeping a little bit of a tight lip, maybe a little bit of mystery, a little bit of Temperance, High Priestess, 6 of Wands. I mean, it could have to do, again, with science. 6 of Wands, that parade, I said before, High Priestess can have something to do with science, too, technology, a little bit. She's a little bit secretive, a little bit, just doesn't say anything more than she needs to, so it's about that Temperance, too. The Hermit, searching for truth, temperance, tempering what it is that you say. This is number 2, Major Arcana, so maybe the Moon or Cancer or Taurus is important to you, or Virgo or Sagittarius. So it's like seeing the light, seeing the truth, seeing behind what's hidden, whether it was hidden from you or hidden, by someone else. It's having seen the mysteries, behind things as well, seeing things for what they are. Let's see. The planets, the who, maybe playing a major role tomorrow, or important to take note of. Planetary energies for people tomorrow. Mars. Pluto's on the bottom, so that makes up Scorpio. So energizing, confronting, finding a drive, taking action, being gung-ho about something, you know, taking the initiative, maybe within work, within whatever it is you're working on, or you're maybe a team or something like that. But being a leader, taking initiative. Let's see. Houses. Let's see. Signs. How are these energies affecting Pluto, Mars, people tomorrow? In Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars, so that works out. It's the first of the zodiac, so it's really about taking that, like, you know, taking the initiative, like I keep saying. Getting, you know, kind of be like a one-track mind too. So keeping that in mind, if that works for you, like, you know, getting something in your mind and like going for it, not like, you know, waiting around for anyone else to do it, or just, you know, having something so it's really one-track mind sort of mentality, but that can also be detrimental. You know, it doesn't have to utilize it to your best, you know, ability. Energies to meet the challenges that you face tomorrow. Doing things your own way, having willpower. Let's see. On the bottom is Leo. So Aries and Leo. Leo here as well. A lot of fire, a lot of, Sagittarius as well. So it's funny, yesterday I was doing the creative reading. Sometimes I think so big that it's like hard for me to remember like the regular daily, like sort of the sun kept coming up and the high priest, and it was like obvious, you know, Sunday. And I was like, what is this? It wasn't really adding up to me, but so that's that one track mind, like not seeing, which can be helpful, but it can also mean like not seeing everything else, like Leo, leadership, creativity, self-confidence. Let's see what else. Houses. What area of life should these be utilized? The 10th house. So this is your career. That works out. You know, most people are probably going to work tomorrow, so this is how you project yourself. Your public persona, your career, your destiny here says where you're going, responsibility. Bottom is the 9th house, which is all about, you know, it's ruled by Jupiter, so spiritual values, beliefs, higher education, higher learning. Again, Sagittarius. Just a lot of starting the week off strong, I think, you know. Let's see. Pull a Toth card. Oops. Okay. There's a lot of cards, but they kind of work out. Victory. Again, this is the 6 of Wands. Sun. Power. Okay. Too many cards, so let's pull a different one. Oops. Highest and greatest good tomorrow. General energies, clarity. Queen of Discs. It's another earth sign, so this could be Virgo again, or Taurus, Capricorn, and the 10th house is ruled by Capricorn, so again, your career, you know, being in charge of your career, taking the long road, you know, not taking shortcuts, just, you know, getting the work done. Success. 6 of Discs. The moon in Taurus. So, again, this just looks like kind of like an explosion of energy. Maybe grounded energy of just sort of, 6 of Discs. Wow, this is kind of like again, sort of a give and take between both your logic, your intuition, or between people. Giving, receiving help maybe, or the sixth house, again, Virgo, or any of the other earth signs. Six, maybe having to make a decision too. Or maybe there's some sort of maybe middle ground, finding some sort of halfway point between two people or two sides of something. Again, the moon, using your logic, your intuition within a grounded sort of setting. So, let's pull from Robin Wood deck. So notice both they're like spiral horns and these like horn-like things coming out from the center. Maybe like protective sort of clarity. Clarity for tomorrow. These cards. You know, it's also about like details too, your daily routine, and just maybe again utilizing more moon-like energy, more sensitivity, more intuition into your daily activities, daily work life. Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Discs, Tower. So again, this is like the Apprentice, maybe the 8th house, more earth energy, the details of something, fine print, reading all that, making sure you cover all your bases. He doesn't look too, like he looks pretty bored, I don't know. Maybe, it could mean like an internship or something. Maybe you are interning somewhere. Tower, again, came up yesterday, so some sort of something shocking or sudden coming into your life that surprises you. Probably something having to do with work. Something new, some news maybe, something that's just unexpected that you probably didn't see coming. And let's see. 8 is power again, power, control, renewal, just sort of maybe taking charge through, maybe feeling more in charge through getting down to the details, getting down to the, getting down to work, checking things off your list. These daily readings are hard for me because they're so boring to me, like, to be honest. I feel like people know these kinds of things. I'd rather, but, I feel like they're helpful too sometimes, so maybe it's about being helpful. That's kind of like that 6 of Pentacles, just sort of finding ways to be helpful. Let's see, further clarity for tomorrow on the Tower, especially. What to expect, what's going on with the Tower. Queen of Swords, cutting to the chase, cutting through things, speaking your mind, speaking up for your ideas, your thoughts, utilizing your mind, your speech, all that to get your point across, maybe within working or work setting. Maybe some sort of new epiphany or idea coming to you, having to do with work. Empress. She's like really not that cute in this deck. I'll show you a different, I don't know where that went to, but I'll show you a different imagery that I like better. She's like spinning her, this can mean like mother figure to you, or just someone who embodies that sort of creative, loving, nurturing energy. She's very like artistic and very, I mean, it's Venus, so 3, art, creativity, kind of maybe speaking to temperance. And this is 7 of Wands, Page of Swords, so like standing up for yourself, taking the higher ground, taking the higher road, being fighting them off. Maybe the Empress, and maybe you feel like the Empress, and a lot of options coming in, maybe having to do with ideas or work, creative ideas, and you're having to like sort of stick with one, pick one, could be what it is, like pick one, one thought, one thing to follow through with, at least today, and, you know, kind of checking that off your list. This is just a Rider-Waite deck, which if you are learning tarot or interested in learning tarot, it's just kind of like the basic deck that is good to learn on, and then it's the basic symbolism and imagery that everything else is kind of based on. So, show me Empress. Oh, well, it's a King of Pentacles. It's kind of like another earth sign. So, hey, pull cards along with me while I'm doing these readings to see how these energies and messages are more directly and specifically applying to you. You know, kind of narrowing it down. This is general, and the messages are broad. Imagery for the High Priestess. Oh, this card is so old. Here's the Empress. This is where she's like a lot sexier and cuter. Just out in nature. She's just very like abundant and creative, and means she's about creation. So whatever that means to you, maybe that's a person to you, or you want to embody that sort of energy tomorrow. So just kind of getting in that mindset. Venus and 12 stars of the zodiac, crown, Venus crown. Really just putting all of your creative efforts into your work, I think of as well. Let's see if there's anything else from this deck. Whatever it is that you're making, ingredients, maybe mixing together different ingredients, looking at all the details. 4 of Wands. It's more, you know, 4 spokes, and it always looks like a stage to me, but it's like the foundation of something. Beginning of something coming together. That's what I've been calling stage 4 in the alchemical process of, you know, development, creative development for a long time now. People have kind of picked up on that. Anyways, also reminds me of the Beatles song Come Together, which was, I put my senior collection to that song. I always like the Beatles. Anyways, any other information? Yeah, so mixing ingredients, looking at all the details so that that's the way that, you know, you can see all the connections of things. And maybe, you know, just feeling good too tomorrow. Like maybe just taking some extra time, some extra care, like an extra few minutes in the morning to get yourself together, you know, put on some lipstick, just feel nice and good and happy and comfortable, you know, in your own skin. Feel sexy, beautiful. Ooh. just dropping everything. I'm a little tired. Yeah, I think it depends on what industry you work in, but it's often easy to not feel that way. So just taking some extra time, some extra care with yourself tomorrow, maybe dressing up a little bit, wearing something that makes you feel good and comfortable. Yeah, I mean, but either way, doesn't, what you wear, all of that doesn't matter. People like to tell you, people have been telling me that, it's kind of sad and weird to me, but people have been telling me that I look pretty ugly in these videos, so it's about being, feeling good no matter what people say, being comfortable in your own skin, loving yourself. You are beautiful no matter what, so no matter what people say. So, High Priestess again. So, using your intuition and your psychic ability, expanding on that, expanding your creative reach, expanding how you speak about something. Really just feeling comfortable though with yourself and doing the things that make you feel comfortable, listening to the music that makes you feel good about yourself. And King of Cups, finding your, then a sea of bigotry, a sea of, all that, using your own inner strength and your own inner beauty to sustain yourself, to feel good, to feel lovely, to see the beauty in what you create and what you do and how you pull yourself together and, all that. So knowing that no one can take that away from you. People are just jealous, it's sad. They like to tear other people down in order to make themselves feel better. When really they should look in the mirror themselves. Anyways, Temperance. And, again, Temperance and the Eight of Pentacles again. So, just taking an interest, taking care of yourself, maybe, finding that inner balance, looking at the details of something, getting down to, really just hammering out the details, like, not forgetting anything, anything else. Some sort of crossroads, and again, the Six of Wands, this is the traditional imagery for the Six of Wands, for those that aren't familiar. So again, a little bit of a hair there, some kind of parade. So it talks about not resting on your laurels, people cheering you on though, and supporting you, maybe not feeling supported, not feeling like you have anyone in your corner, but either way, leading the parade. Just having the confidence, moving forward, either way, not resting on your laurels, not waiting for the support, not waiting for people to tell you something, just go ahead and do it. This little horse always looks a little bit tricky to me. It looks like those plays where there's people playing a horse and there's two people under here, maybe, not, I don't know, just being aware that maybe there's something hidden or under the surface, or just looks very suspicious to me, this horse, he's about to, and this person looks totally unaware. So maybe being very, just being aware of your environment and of people that could be suspicious, who could maybe, have some, be acting, be insincere or something, or just something coming through a crossroads, or some sort of decision making, or seeing the clear light, taking off the blindfold, uncrossing maybe just meeting at an intersection. Again, the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. Like, there's like so many sixes. I think like 5 or 6 of them. I don't even know at this point. Is the traditional Six of Pentacles, some sort of give and take balance between, two people, maybe middle management or something like that, and finding that clear way through that, drawing a line or just moving towards smoother waters. People are on board with you. You're sort of driving the boat, moving things forward, moving your thoughts forward. A lot of earth, a lot of thoughts, a lot of fire, and the moon. So using your intuition really to guide you, I think. Really just sort of paying attention to your gut instincts and what your intuition tells you about people, and about yourself, not listening to silly little people, I call them copycat cunts now. Just sort of blocking out the unnecessary, the chatter, and maybe even taking a step away, like going somewhere, maybe meeting someone again, like out for lunch or something. Two of Cups, soulmates, coming together again, intertwined. Two hearts, two souls. It could also be like meeting with your spirit guides, some sort of help from spirit, or just masculine, feminine, to partnership, however that applies to you, whether it is like a romantic partnership or at work. So, but moving forward, I think, moving your thoughts forward, moving on, from someone or something. And also I said, like, maybe going somewhere if you can, or maybe just like taking your thoughts away, like turning something off. So I had to put my cat in, but I'm just going to finish up this reading now with an Oracle Visions card. This is 19. 10's on the bottom. This is like the thinker. It's thinking about creation, education, evolution, all of that. Just kind of taking some time to think. I don't feel like it's that interesting to talk about. So let's read number 10. Knowledge, research, knowing the facts, being prepared, forewarned. As the biggest library, if it is in disorder, it is not as useful as a small, well-built, arranged one. So you may accumulate a vast amount of knowledge, but it will be of far less value than a much smaller amount if you have not thought it over for yourself. Arthur Schopenhauer. Schopenhauer came up in the creative reading, so maybe watch that. Part of the process of assessing a situation is the use of intuition and psychic gifts, but some circumstances may merit a more analytic approach. Being better informed and armed with a greater understanding of the facts and background to any situation might provide a stronger basis from which to make better decisions. It appears that the character in the scene has dedicated the necessary due diligence and is armed with a substantial amount of information. But therein is a question of how much may be too much. One can become overwhelmed and tied down in a detail, suffocated by the volume and unnecessary diversions, at risk of overanalyzing or not seeing the forest through the trees. So, it could be, like I said, these daily readings, it's a little bit, try to keep it more succinct and more, down to the daily details of what could happen tomorrow and was like, it's not that exciting, but, you know, the Tower did come up, and so did the Six of Wands a bunch of times, so maybe there's going to be some sort of, you know, abrupt, like, disruption within some sort of intersection or crossroads. Maybe, you know, we talked about meeting people out for lunch, meeting someone maybe at a crossroads, or coming across, like, your soulmate at an intersection or something, or coming across something at an intersection, maybe some sort of explosion or something like that. You know, like, think about how all of it could work together. The Tower being a sudden shock, something cleared away. Using your intuition. If something tells you not to go that way, don't go that way, you know. And also, you know, just kind of trying to find a balance within yourself, I think. Within your logic, your intuition, the Six of Pentacles. Not overthinking things too much, but really just being analytical, looking at the details. You know, within all of these videos, everything comes down to the details, and looking at the numbers, looking at the imagery, looking at the symbolism, and listening to lyrics and all of that for clues, signs, and seeing how it all works together. So if you can't do that, then you're not going to appreciate it. But if you are very analytical and are in using that sort of, what I call it, creative analytics, that's how I utilize my Virgo energy in the 6th house of daily routine, daily work. You know, I tend to think big, but when it comes to imagery and visualizations and stuff like that, I see all the details. So finding ways to, how do you look at details? How do you best pull things out and put things together? How do you bring things together? You know, I said come together. How do you mesh those two things? How do you find that middle ground? You know, the 4th stage in the alchemical process, the Temperance card, the Bardos. Where do you find the mixture between things to create something new? And if you're not doing that, then you're not creating anything new, and that's up to you. But, you know, it just kind of is like, how do you utilize the energy? How do you see that going for you? What does the Tower mean to you? And, you know, being prepared. It says forewarned is forearmed, you know? So, I don't know. Let's pull one card from the Monera Tarot for different imagery. See if any further clarity comes for the Tower. Actually, you know what? I'll do a quote from the Art of Life Tarot. It's kind of like an oracle card. Sum up this reading. The Fool, starting over. You must live in the present, launch yourself on every wave, and find your eternity in each moment. Henry David Thoreau. Jester with a Lute by Franz Hals, 1624 or 1626. Musée du Louvre, Paris, France. So, listening to music and having fun with that, taking a chance, traveling a little bit, starting over, starting fresh, with whatever it is you're working on. Just taking what you need, leaving out the rest, and moving forward, I think. So it's a 0, remaining at the 0, finding your balance, finding your footing, and just, you know, trying to go throughout your day with your head held high and, you know, with optimism and open arms, ready to embrace whatever comes your way. So anyways, I hope that was helpful for you. Bye.